Yo, what is up, guys? And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different because I'm just going to put gameplay in the background and go on a rant for a minute. It's not like me complaining about anything. It's me talking about this kid at our school. So this kid's name, for the purpose of this video, we'll just name him, let's see, Joey, okay? So Joey, he's not very normal. He's already not even supposed to be in 7th grade, like 8th or 9th grade. So he's already way older. And it doesn't help that he doesn't really take showers. But, so, we'll just say he's special, okay? So Joey here, we have him in challenge, which is basically our last period of the day. Well, we did before he got moved out of our challenge class. But he would tell us stories. Like one story, he said his dad hit a deer. It went through the window and then out in the trunk and then jumped out and then he shot it. Which is, I don't know if that sounds don't know if that's normal for where y'all are, but that's never going to happen wherever we are. So it's just hard to believe him, per se. And it doesn't help that he says he has a magical watch that makes him able to go to different dimensions, different places in time, and just, he says that he has dragons and he can spawn them wherever, but we can't see them. So we all started, like, playing around with him, like, he would say freeze or something, and he would be like, I freeze you with my watch or something. And we're just like, okay. And then we just like stand still or something. Or he'd paralyze us. Or like if he said he'd paralyze us, we'd stand still. So this kid already thought he was basically Ben 10. So one day we asked him for some more stories. And he says, okay. So he tells us this story about how he heard footsteps on his roof, and it's just like, and I'm already thinking, robber or something, and then he says, and then because I heard the footsteps, I grabbed my dad's gun because I was afraid. I was like, okay, that seems reasonable. Then he says, then I look up and it's Santa. I go outside, look up, and it's Santa Claus, and I'm like, okay, but when was this story? He said it was during the summer, and I was like, yeah, I don't really think that's very true, blah, blah. So then he goes on saying, it was, and I'm like, okay. And then he says, he thought it was a robber because it was at night, but he only learned it was Santa Claus because he shot one of the reindeer, and then he said it was Rudolph that he shot. But anyways, and then and then he told us all he heard was ho ho ho, why'd you do? No, it was like, or like ho ho, holy crap, or something like that. I forgot what he told us, but it was something dumb. So he goes on telling us this story, and I'm just like, wow, this kid actually believes his lies. And then eventually we're like, wait, let's play around with him and see if he can, like, he'll tell us our future or something. But one of these actually kind of turned true, so basically we're asking, like, who are we going to marry and stuff, and he's pointing out people. He said one of our classmates is going to marry the teacher, and we were all like, okay. Anyways, so he says, he also looks at the teacher and then, like, dead serious, straight into her face and says, beware of cars. At the time, none of us thought too much about this. We're like, oh, it's just him being crazy. But then, not even a week later, like over the weekend, she comes back and said, there was a car. I got in a car crash. No, I almost got in a car crash. I got hit by in the back, but luckily it didn't do too much to my car, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, wait, didn't Lainey Steps say be wary of cars? And she said, well, it didn't really do much. All it did was hurt my car. And we were all just, like, laughing about it and everything. But we asked Lainey Step for a few more stories, right? So one of these stories that we ask him is actually hilarious. He says, we asked him, how did you do in football? Because he was on the football team and everything. And he said, I did good. But when on our way down there, whenever we were heading to the football game, I froze the coach and drew a mustache on him and with marker. And our teacher says, yeah, you're lying. There's no way that's true. And he says, yeah, it is. And then she said, no, you're lying. And then he says, well, I call my dad coach, and that's who I'm talking about. And then she just says, oh, okay. And we can already tell he's lying, but we just keep going on with it. And he said, also, I call my mom. I forgot what he said he called his mom. So we just keep going, laughing. So this girl in our class, I don't know what to call her in this. We'll call her Becky, okay? So she decided it'd be funny to video this and put it on Snapchat, right? So she puts it on Snapchat. She videos it, has her phone out. Teacher doesn't see it though. And she's just videoing it, and we're all just laughing at him, not laughing at him, but still laughing at what he's saying, because he's like, yeah, my watch freezes time and everything. And she just starts recording it. She puts it on Snapchat or Facebook or Instagram. I forgot what it was. And then almost instantly, her phone just starts going off with text messages of people like laughing and stuff. But while I'm just sitting there in my chair trying not to die laughing. It's just hilarious. And the worst part about this kid is, since he doesn't bathe, he smells like horrible. Whenever they ask, do you bathe or anything, they're all just like, he always says, no, my parents don't make me bathe. And then we all just like look at each other with this weird look and everything. And one day he comes in smelling like super strong, not like bad strong, it's like cologne. And we're asked, did you finally take a shower? And he said, no, I stole my dad's cologne. And I was like, wow, this kid, I was so amazed. But he hangs out with the 6th graders. So imagine this, a 9th grader, he's really big, hanging out with 6th graders. And I'm still confused about everything, because he's like, oh, I have pet dragons and everything. And okay, so I ask him what are you getting for me for my birthday? And he said, what do you mean? I said, don't you know it's my birthday? Because he said, I know everything about everyone and everything. And I said, don't you know it's my birthday coming up? He said, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, I'm sending you a dragon in the mail. And I said, how do you know where I live? He said, I don't. I took some of your hair and put it into the dragon's DNA, so the dragon knew where you were and where to go. I was like, how'd you get my hair? He said, well, when I paused time, and then I took your hair, and then I made my dragon and sent it to you. Sent it to your name, but it still has to be made in the lab. And I was just like, okay, that seems kind of freaky, but okay. So, one day in PE, we were all like sitting down talking, and my friend, one of my friends, I don't know what to call him. I'll call him, we'll just call him Bob. So Bob says something like, bro, I got candy. It's like Mexican candy. You squirt it in your mouth. It's pretty cool. I really like it. So I was talking to them, so we're in PE in the bleachers. So if you know how bleachers work, there's just we're at the top 3 rows of seats. So, but since my friends are at the top row and there's no more room, I decided to just stand at the middle row, right? So I'm just they say, here, take some of the candy. And I said, okay. I tried to squirt it in my mouth. I missed, and I accidentally hit Lane Eastep with it. And he starts getting mad and everything. And then he punches me, and I'm just like, okay, bro, it didn't really hurt. And then we continued talking and everything. And next thing you know, I'm getting pulled out by the coach because I I accidentally spilt some candy on this guy, and he's like having a mental breakdown over here, and he's just yelling and everything about how I ruined his day and I made him. I'm confused. I was so confused at that moment that I had no idea what to do, and then he just put me. The coach just said, "I know you didn't do it on purpose or whatever, but I'm gonna need you to sit out just because so he'll be quiet." I'm like, "Okay, no harm done, whatever." I sit down for the rest of the period. Nothing too big. So yeah. If y'all guys enjoyed the video and enjoy this new type of like video, please leave a like, comment down below, and do whatever. Just if y'all enjoy it, comment down below saying you enjoy it. So yeah. And peace out. Hope y'all having a good day.